All right. Bob, would you please, Father Bob, would you come forward? We are blessed that Father Bob and Deacon Carthy committed to being part of this community. This come stand next to me. Yeah. And we have been an anchor church almost from the beginning of deaf ministry, but we're going to enter into a deeper partnership with deaf ministry led by Father Bob, and I'll let him give you the details, but they'll be headquartered here at Christ the King, and we'll be helping with the administrative stuff, but there's lots that God is doing. I've always been concerned that we live in St. Augustine, where there's a deaf and blind community, but especially the deaf community. They're one of the groups that has been almost ignored by the church. And we want to be part of bringing the gospel to those who are deaf. And so I'm just thankful for Father Bob's part in that and allowing us to be part of this ministry. Just share a little bit, if you would, please.
Thank you. What an amazing God we serve together.
Amen.
Amen.
He brings his children together, and they care for each other like brothers and sisters with Jesus as the head, and amazing things happen. In 2000, Kathy and I pulled together and a group, and we started a ministry with deaf and hard of hearing teenagers that we planted in Young Life and in Youth for Christ. And this coming April will be 25 years of the gospel going out it's amazing. But about 10 years ago, I began really getting concerned about how do we transition these teenagers who come to Christ into churches, and what's the church of the future look like in deaf world to be not only effective but sustainable. And so I pulled together a think tank and processed all this and realized that there's just so much of the dynamics of the deaf community that people really need a safe place where they can share and study the Bible and laugh and heal and be together, a safe place where they can share and it doesn't get into the population. And so it's a decentralized church model of Acts 2:42 to 47 churches that are meeting at home. I've developed this ASL liturgy that's the entire lectionary now is in ASL that's designed for discussion groups. And so part of what we'll be doing is setting those up and then coming together monthly from across the whole region for Eucharistic service, which we would put together service and service projects and fellowship and worship in the big group, and then the Acts 2:42 Bible study, formation, discipleship in these different small groups across the entire Northeast Florida First Coast area. So there's two things that we're really doing. So what we asked is for the church to host us as in doing a church plant. And so DeafChurch Together is the big umbrella organization that's trying to develop this all over the country, and that's what my focus is on. And then our plan is to bring down Marva Sellers, who many of you saw at the ASL Lessons and Carols, to move down to St. Augustine. She's in seminary now and has a real calling to ordination to actually be the church planner, and I'll be the priest in charge, and that's called DeafChurch First Coast. And so it's designed to do this, to expand this ministry. So this is the first one, and so what we're doing is finally it's moving from a dissertation to a book to flesh and blood. So it's been about a 10-year journey in terms of putting this together, and God has been opening doors in St. Augustine like I can barely keep up. In fact, I can't keep up, just with all that He's doing and opening, and so it's time. And the deaf community is a least reached people group, and they're right here in our community. Highest per capita in Florida, right here in St. Augustine. And so we're very excited about that and very grateful to you for being willing to be the host church. And there's other churches that are anchor churches that we'll connect with and are helping to support it financially. But that you are the host church of this whole movement, which is DeafChurch Together, and then specifically the DeafChurch First Coast and what we'll be doing here. So I've already reserved once a month at the public library to start teaching the basic Christian faith in ASL to the wider community. So we're pursuing folks that are not involved as church and don't know Jesus yet. So do what?
Just remind people what ASL. ASL?
ASL?
Mm-hmm. Remind them what it is.
Oh, ASL, I'm sorry. See, I should have put my little hearing thing back in. American Sign Language is ASL.
Good.
And we'll be teaching you a lot because this church is also the hearing churches. I'm going to be working at helping expand their deaf ministry. And so we're probably going to be looking mostly at Palm Coast and the folks, the deaf community that's down there in terms of people knowing this is an option.
Okay, thanks.
Exciting times. What an amazing God we serve together. Thank you.
Thank you.